In this episode, I'm going to cover the top level widget, the ViewPort. So I'll create the top level widget, the ViewPort, then I'll add a border to it, and then I'll show how it resizes and affects the other widgets. So to get started, I'm going to go into the sandbox application I created in the previous episode, and I'm going to delete the contents that I created. Okay, so I'm ready to start, and the way I do it is go root panel .get, and this is a factory, and I'm going to add, and what I want to add is the viewport. So I'm going to work this backwards. So I've created the root panel, and now I'm going to create the viewport. So I'm going to go viewport, VP equals new viewport, and once that's done, I'm going to auto import it by going Shift Command O on the Mac. It's different on the Windows. So once I've done that, I've created the viewport. And let's just look at viewport. Let's go Command click or Control click, and if we scroll into it, we can see it's a layout that fills the browser window and monitors the window resizing. So viewports are best used with applications that fill the browser without window scrolling, and the children of the viewport can allow scrolling. So if we go to the docs, let's go to the docs.gxt, and if we go down to the UI, and I'm looking for the layouts, for layout, containers, and I want to select layout containers. Once I'm in the layout containers, I'll scroll down, and I want to show the best containers that fit inside the viewport. And that's everything that is blue here. So if I go and click on the viewport, and the viewport, we have resize container, and everything under here basically fits well with the viewport. It's because the viewport sends the sizing of the parent container down to the child. So if we were to use, basically, let's select one, for example, the content panel, and our viewport was 1000 by 700, it would send that same parent sizing down to the content panel and size it as such. Okay, so if I go back to my editor and I want to go back to the viewport, so let's add a content panel. Content panel CP equals new content panel, and I'm going to go to the viewport, viewport.add content panel. I'm going to auto import, and that imports the content panel, and I'll add a header just to show you what it is. Set header, and that'll be heading, and we'll go, this is the header, and cp.set body, which is set widget, and I'll do some HTML. This is the body of the content panel. Okay, I'll auto import HTML. Okay, selected HTML. As you can see, the imports are adding up here. Okay, I'm ready to debug it. Let me see how the viewport works. Let's look at running it, and we'll go to the Jetty runner. Okay, super development mode is ready. I'm going to double click on it and open up the browser. Okay, I can see the header here and the content panel. So if I resize the window, the content panel resizes as well. So the viewport provides the sizing as the window is resized. So let me add a border just to see what happens here. Let's go cp.get style, get element .get style, and then I'm going to set property, and here I'm going to go border and what I want to provide for the border attributes is, let's say 3px so we can see it, and let's do red, dashed red. Okay, so let's reload it. Okay, there we go. And you can see the border around it. So if I resize it, you can see the viewport resizes the content panel. Okay, so this concludes this video on how to add a viewport as the top level widget and add a content panel to it as the child. Thanks for watching today. Follow me for more tips and tricks, and I'll catch you later.